What's going on, everybody? Super Saiyan Paul here, back again with some more Dragon Ball Super discussions. Today we're going to be talking about Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter 51. So if you guys haven't read it, make sure you guys click off the video right now. This is your spoiler alert warning. I don't want to spoil it for you guys if you guys didn't already see what has happened in this chapter. Make sure you guys go read it. If anything, go check out the previous videos. Anyway, before we jump this video, also guys, make sure you guys smash that like button, subscribe, hit that bell icon to stay up to date with all of these types of discussions. We do this a lot here on the channel, and I appreciate every single one of you guys that partakes in it. I read all the comments, and I love how you guys give me feedback on what the thoughts and opinions are. So today's discussion is going to be about what we've recently read in Manga Chapter 51, being the fact that Goku thinks that Ultra Instinct is the key to defeating Moro. He stated multiple times and gave us a general scaling of where Moro is in terms of power. He believed if Moro didn't drain his power, he was actually going to defeat him in Super Saiyan Blue, and now he believes that if he gets into the Ultra Instinct state at will, he'll be able to take on Moro without having to worry about that power drain. So with that being said, with the context of everything that we've known, Moro is going from planet to planet, essentially doing Beerus' job. And eventually, if he keeps this up and if he wants the entire galaxy, the entire universe, he's going to clash with Beerus. Now, let's say if he ever does clash with Beerus, which is kind of interesting to see if he doesn't, because that would be kind of ironic to see Beerus not show up in something this worldwide, if anything. But if Beerus was to run into Moro, at this point in time, because of the comments that Goku has made, it seems as though Beerus is stronger than Moro, because for a few reasons here. Remember at the end of the Dragon Ball Super movie Broly? Broly was being compared to Beerus, and at that point in time, Goku hadn't even tapped into Ultra Instinct yet, and still they went Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta and had to take him on. So remember that. With Ultra Instinct also being put in there, remember, if that was Goku weaker than Broly and still saying that he's on the level of Beerus over there, that means that Beerus could potentially reach further and beyond because of Ultra Instinct and take down Moro at this point in time with general ease because of how powerful Beerus is. And if Beerus was to unleash 100%, that would be pretty interesting. However, unlike before, it's much more unlikely for Beerus to jump in and do this right now, because we have them setting the stage for some grand fight between Moro, Goku, and Vegeta. Like we all know, Vegeta is on planet Yardrat, about to learn some new techniques. We also have Meerus being very ominous and crazy powerful. He almost matched Super Saiyan God in a manga panel, so remember that. He didn't even bat an eye, no sweat whatsoever. Took on SS3 post-tournament power, no problems there. So we also have the Grand Supreme Kai on top of that. There's a lot of people being built up here. Beerus nowhere in sight. It would be kind of weird for him to just jump in out of nowhere and take the spotlight with Ultra Instinct, as much as we want to see it. Now, with that being said, do I think that Moro can't surpass Beerus? No, I'm not saying that. I think at this point in time, Beerus is stronger than Moro, especially because of Ultra Instinct. We've seen him use it before in the manga, and he's been able to tap into it at will. We haven't seen him do it in the anime, so that's going to be pretty cool to see if we ever do eventually see Goku versus Beerus in Ultra Instinct and finally surpassing Beerus, because that was kind of the goal since the very beginning of Super, but I digress. The one thing that I'm worried about here for the Z Fighters is this is Dragon Ball Super. If you go back to the very beginning of Dragon Ball Super, this is something that people don't really realize anymore because of how often they're used, but the Dragon Balls. Dragon Ball Z was mainly about the battles for the Dragon Balls, and towards the Majin Buu saga, that's where it got kind of convoluted with that part, and even in the Cell saga at some sort, especially with the Saiyan saga and Frieza saga, that's where it was just really hammering the idea of going for the Dragon Balls, survive our friends, and save the day. Here in Dragon Ball Super, they revived that concept more than anything after episode 28 or so, like I mentioned, after the Resurrection F arc, which technically is still, in my opinion, Dragon Ball Z, because it was Dragon Ball Z Resurrection F and Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods. The real Dragon Ball Super started episode 28 when Champa was initially introduced alongside Vados, and the reason why at this point in time is where the dynamic of everything changed and really lived up to Dragon Ball Super in its name is because this is when they started fighting for the Super Dragon Balls and really showing us what it could do. Even at the very end of Dragon Ball Super in episode 131 and 130, if you guys want to say so, this was where they really built up the hype for everything on these wishes. If you look back, Champa's arc, they fought for these planet-sized Dragon Balls to get the wish, eventually using this to get another Earth for Champa. Then if you look in the Goku Black arc, this is what he used in order to get the absolute supreme power. If you guys remember, he was using the time ring and everything just to get this power from the Super Dragon Balls. Now remember, going after that was the tournament of power, where at the very end Android 17 used the wish in a very benefiting way for the entirety of every universe, and that's where the mass cosmic entities kind of all had to collide. Like, if you think about it, the grand scale of things is all the way out there because of the Super Dragon Balls. Now for the Moro arc, we know that they've used the Namekian Dragon Balls, however, they have not used the Super Dragon Balls, and I'm waiting to see what exactly he may do here, because that Namek is kind of in ruin, and he's already used the Dragon Balls. He's gonna have to wait months, if anything, because it's not a full year, because it's the Namekian Dragon. He may have to either head to Earth, where that may be where the showdown is between Goku, Vegeta, and Moro, but that would also include Beerus in that as well. Or he may be going after the planet-sized Super Dragon Balls for some wish that's out of the bounds of the Earth Dragon. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. What do you guys think he would wish for with the Super Dragon Balls? And that would be really interesting to see him head to Earth, where, I mean, that's where Beerus eats all the time and it's always lounging about, and also knowing that Moro is kind of doing his job for him, Beerus is going to have to step in at some point there, and I think Beerus would be able to absolutely destroy Moro at this current time with Ultra Instinct. Now, Moro is getting stronger and stronger and stronger, and we don't know how much more power it's going to really be able to put out there when it comes to the rematch between him and Goku, because by then we don't know how long it's been, how many planets he's absorbed, and how much control does Goku have of Ultra Instinct, and will we be getting a real scale of where this ability peaks out at. We know it has its limits, but where's the real peak? Will someone shut this form down, being the chance to be given to Moro with this, or is Ultra Instinct going to come in, save the day, destroy everything, and then all of a sudden they can't tap back into it or something like that? Are they going to retcon or nerf Ultra Instinct because of this fight? So it's gonna be really cool to see. The thing here is that Goku is about to try to unlock it to its fullest. Meerus has a question mark over his head because we don't know how he's able to do this and where he learned to train. But I'm not saying that he has Ultra Instinct, he just learned something about how to move effortlessly, which isn't technically the fullest version of Ultra Instinct. It's like a bootleg version of it, but we also know Beerus has it and he can tap into it, and we see Vegeta gunning for something which is allegedly Ultra Instinct because he said he was going for it, but at the same time it's not confirmed. He may be going for something else because he's going straight to the Yardrat, so we're not exactly sure on that one. However, two confirmed users right in front of us is Goku, and if you want to count Beerus, I mean, Whis doesn't necessarily count himself into that equation because we're talking about just these other guys, but at the same time, what will Moro do to counteract this? Because do you guys really want to see Ultra Instinct come in and just take him right out? With everything they've done so far, building him up as well as his entire squad, it would be kind of lackluster for them just to end this chapter or this saga so quickly. There's just too much ominous air in the midst here, and I like the elements that they've incorporated thus far, yet I don't think they've peaked with it yet. I think they still have just barely scratched the surface, and I'm hoping they don't end it too soon, because I mean, as you guys have seen, Moro has been unleashing more and more power. We've seen him use his magic abilities, and then he got completely hammered down by Majin Buu / the Grand Supreme Kai. I'm hoping they bring out more magic abilities, more new techniques, more surprises from Moro, and more devastating killing blows that you see him deal, and then we now see him in his prime. It'll be kind of a shame to see him in his prime now and get shut down right away. I think they need to push it further and have some back and forth between him and Goku, eventually leading them to end up with the Super Dragon Balls or an encounter with Beerus and see something really awesome go down. Anyway, guys, I want to thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you guys watched the entire thing, make sure you guys smash that like button. It helps me out so much. Thank you guys for all of the support. Make sure you guys subscribe and hit that bell icon to stay up to date, because the sub boxes never really give out all of the videos that I upload. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys tune in next time, alright? Take care. Peace.